Hey friends, it is week number 5 and today we are planting peppers. So I'm doing things a little different. I went and ordered myself 100 tongue depressors, wooden ones. I am trying to find a way to label things that does not be plastic, that does break down. When I clean out my gardens, I'm always going around picking up plastic tags. While I do reuse a lot of them, the writing comes off those just as easy as it comes off these. These, if I miss them, they can just go in the compost pile. They were $5 for 100, so I'm gonna use these for most of my peppers. I only ordered 100, and as you're gonna see, I went over a little bit in my list here. This is my list of peppers. So I made this on another video. These are the kinds I'm gonna grow. Here's who needs them. I went through, and then all I did was I went through and I labeled my tongue depressors, King of the North. And then at the bottom of them, I put how many of that I want to plant. And so here's my tongue depressor collection. I am not gonna count on these to tell me what kind of varieties are out in the garden. So I'm going to use them as labels for inside and for when I plant them outside. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a diagram, either that I post to my house on my wall, or I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna very clearly state which ones are which and put them in groups. So all my bells together, all of like my fresh eatings together, all of my hots together, so that I can actually keep track of them that way, because I have yet to find an inexpensive way to label. I mean, I can make really nice, pretty metal labels, but I use too many labels. I would completely negate any savings I get from having a garden if I haven't already. So we're gonna plant 144 peppers today, week 5. But first, let's check the trays we already got done. Confession time, I've already killed some plants. If you don't want a garden because you kill plants, you're still a gardener. I kill plants every year. Here's my first example. Celery, dead. Not all of them. Look, that one looks good. That one's definitely dead. That one's struggling a bit. This one looks great. This is the problem with watering on an uneven surface. So I'm watering in my basement on shelves built on an uneven floor in my old house. So the middle must not have gotten as much water as the edges, and they dried out and shriveled. It is what it is. Not a thing I can do about it now. But this tray as a whole is doing really well. Tarragon, still not up. Over here in the corner, comfrey, still not up. Very shortly, I will start moving things out of this tray so that I put things that are growing at a similar rate together, because I will probably treat these differently than I treat these, because I've already fertilized this tray, but these guys are in here. So I would say within the next week or so, I'll start reorganizing my trays. So instead of being week 1's trays, it'll be things that are at a similar level of growth. So I've got cumin, which looks fantastic. Those rosemary, I have trouble with rosemary. I'm actually really proud of that rosemary. This marjoram looks lovely. And these herbs you can come in and give haircuts to, which I'll cover that in another video. But when they're getting tall like this, I can come back and cut them and they'll get bushier. The onions all look very good. In fact, look at the onions roots, guys. I'm gonna need to take those out and give them a new, bigger home shortly. They look fantastic. Again, celery, hit and miss. I'm gonna say 50% good, 25% dead, 25% we shall see. The artichokes are looking good. I'm gonna have to cut that one little one out. These single parsley, not coming up. I got one, but look at these dark parsleys that I did. I'm gonna guess this is probably a seed issue, and I'm gonna find the seed container for these, and I'm gonna put a note on it. I'm not gonna throw them away, but I'm gonna put a little note on them saying it might be a seed issue. So maybe later on this season, I can try and pre-germinate some of that in a paper towel and see how it goes. Valerian, I got this one little one and this one big one. Planted at the same time. They're literally like 2 inches away from each other. Isn't that funny? Nature's weird. And then no go on the comfrey. Here's what we planted week 2. First, let's look at the tray. I'm having a little bit of trouble with this tray regulating the water. I'm getting a little bit of algae. I've got some of those fungus gnats, but if you look, I've got all these really pretty little eucalyptuses coming up. And they look good. They're just really small compared to the other things in this tray, if you see over there. So what I might have to do is come in here and take these eucalyptus babies and put them into like 6-packs. So they each have their own little cell and I can take care of them a little bit better. Same thing with smaller things like this bergamot. There's a bergamot back there coming up. Those are all really small. Look, there's little bergamots in there. And let these other things kind of go. So all these mints are up and doing well. This is Tulsi basil, doing really well. The Kelsey, or the Kelway chamomile and the Zladilan, super well. Same thing with the thyme and the cilantro, all doing fantastic. These ones can actually almost get split up into other containers. And these smaller ones, I think I'm going to put into 6-packs and clean up. We also started pansies. I lied. We started these pansies week 3, but they're right here. Look how cute they are. Someone told me these germinate better in the dark, so I put them in the dark, and they germinated fantastic. The other thing we started in week 2 was these peanuts. And look how pretty the foliage on these peanuts is. They're so cute looking. They're all up and doing lovely. Week 3, we started flowers, perennials. This is a bit of a mixed bag here. The hollyhocks are not up. The bells of Ireland have not germinated. But all these dahlias, except one, have done really well. That's fantastic. Over here, the salvias, the rose finally came up. This St. John salvia was a little bit faster coming up, but it's nice and small. Those look great. Delphiniums, no go. This lobelia, just starting, but this one, fantastic. And this is a middle one compared to an edge one. I'm telling you, I don't understand. You gotta be really patient and really willing to go with the flow. Nothing with these cardinal flowers or columbine, but the sundial lupins are up. So not bad. Some of it not great, but we'll take it. And last week was week number 4. We got 2 trays. Here's the first one. This is all very much in the Brassica family. I have got kohlrabi, and this is the purple Vienna variety, and they are all up. Chard, I've got rainbow chard, which it looks like every cell except one is up, but I got extra over here, so I'll just pop one of these into this one if it doesn't come up. Same thing back here, the bright lights. Looks like all of them got one except the back cell. Scarlet kales are starting to come up. Same thing with the curled dwarf blue kales. The red Russian kale is actually the best one. There's lots of those up. An ornamental kale is funny. It's up in a couple. That one middle one apparently really likes it. Mini broccoli. This is that new broccoli that I ordered this year. And I seem to have about 80% germination. I got a couple cells that are missing some. That one looks like it's trying to come up. I might have to just give it some time still. Right here, the American purple top rutabaga. Nothing. Nothing. I don't know. And the purple of Sicily cauliflower. I've got one cell that hasn't germinated yet, but I've got extras over there if I need it to. So this, all in all, pretty good tray. We got one more. And this is the second tray. This has got Copenhagen market cabbage. These look like I've got germination in all but 2 cells, but I got those extras to pop over. The butterfly milkweed has done nothing, which I kind of expected. It takes a while. Red acre cabbage, 2 cells not germinated. Again, extras. Here we go to the beets, the Detroit red beets. I think I've got germination in every cell. 100% germination on the Detroit dark red beet. The golden beet, not quite as good a germination, but not bad. I'm missing 1, 2, 3 cells. I'll just move some extras over. The Chioggia, it's Chioggia. Chioggia. I think the CH is a soft GH. Those are coming up a little bit later, and they're smaller. So I don't know if you can really tell, but they are all coming up. They're just really small and not all up yet. So good deal on the beets and the cabbages. Waiting on the milkweed still. I will probably spend some time this week after I get these peppers planted, like I said, going through and moving trays around, taking things that are growing at similar rates, putting them together. I am going to have to start putting a couple more lights on. I'm getting to the point where I got a lot of trays, and we're doing 3 trays of peppers, so things are moving fast. All right, let's look at the pepper variety. that, let's look at the pepper varieties that I'm doing this year. I'm going to leave that in. Why not? Okay, we're going to start with hot and go backwards. I'm not going to grow a ton of hot peppers because we don't eat them in a lot of things, but I do use them to make pepper sauces. So they got a little bit of kick to them. Not a lot, but a little. So I am going to do Tequila Sunrise pepper. That's from Thomas Natural Roots. I got a couple of the hot ones from there. This fish pepper. This one is lovely because this all the leaves are variegated and the peppers are all stripy. They're really cute. And then this Sugar Rush Peach pepper. These are all hot, but they got like a little bit of a fruity flavor to them. They're really good to blend in with some non-hot peppers and make some sauces. I'm also going to grow a bunch of these long, thin cayenne peppers. These are from Baker Creek Seed. And I'm going to grow these because I want to make my own cayenne powder. And if you ever tried to make homemade powders or dried powders from things in your garden, it takes a lot more than you think it does. When you take one of these cayenne peppers and dry it and then powder it down, it's like the teeny tiniest amount. So I'm going to do a bunch of these, set them up, using them specifically just to harvest. And then what I'll probably do is I'll probably take a needle and string them and let them air dry in my kitchen. And then at the end of the season, when I've got no more of them, I'll take all of them and I'll go outside and pulverize them with my blender because the heat from that will do bad things to me, and make my own cayenne powder. So those are my hot ones. In the hot family, jalapenos. We've talked a little bit about this one. This is one of the ones I'm trying this year, the pumpkin spice jalapeno. That one's from Baker Creek. And then I'm just doing the jalapeno pepper from Emma Gardner. And I want to make cowboy candy with these. I think they'll look really pretty with the two of them. I'm doing one more. This one's called the Nada Peno. And this is a jalapeno, but without the heat. So I'm going to grow these as well. Ava likes to snack on these out of the garden. So I'm going to put them in a different spot so she doesn't accidentally snack on these. But I'll have these to add to this if I want to make more cowboy candy. So I'm going to grow all three of these. Yes. Then bell peppers. I am not a huge grower of bell peppers personally. We eat them. I guess I could stuff them. I cut them up and slice them for fresh eating in a vegetable tray all year long. So I kind of keep a veggie tray of fresh things in the fridge for the kids to snack on. So I'll cut these up and have pepper slices in there. I'll cut them up and freeze them in quart bags if I want to make some kind of stir fry or fajita type dinner. But for the most part, I'm growing a lot of these for other people that like them. This one's called King of the North. This is a variety that I bought 2 years ago from Baker Creek because it does well in colder climates that don't take as long. I get bigger bell peppers with this than I do other varieties. I'm going to do Orange Sun, Red Marvel, and Lilac Bell because I like colors. These are really, really pretty when you put them all together. And then I have got, these are actually the same seed. I got 2 bags of them. California Wonder. This is just a plain basic one. It can go red and it goes green and red. So those are all the bell peppers. And then I have a kind of a large variety of others. And these are snacking, stuffing. These are ones that I'm going to probably most use fresh all season and then harvest them all at the end and preserve whatever's left over. So the first one I'm going to do is Sweet Jimmy Nardello. I have tried to do these and I've not gotten them to work. This will be the last year I try them. I've heard they're fantastic. I've heard they're a good slender like frying pepper that would be good to make with dinner or to grill maybe or put in a cast iron, but I haven't gotten any yet. I'm going to try those one more time. In that same family, where are you at, baby? Are my favorite pepper, the shishito pepper. These we grill constantly, cook them in the cast iron pan all summer long. I'm going to grow those. I'm going to grow these 2 that I got from Haas Tools. This one is called Mama Mia, and this one's the Giallo, and that one's the Rosso. So red and orange. And these did really well in my garden last year. They got big enough they could be used as a stuffing pepper, but they were also really good for Ava just to grab one out and snack it, to throw one in her lunchbox. They, a couple others that are similar to that family would be these ones right here. And I got these from Tomato Growers. And they are the Gypsy Hybrid. This one got bigger. I like this one for stuffing last year. Carmen Hybrid. Again, a bigger one. And this Purple Marconi, I have not gotten to fruition yet. It did not work last year, but it is going to be in the same family as these other two, but purple. And I like, listen, I like it to be pretty, and that's just how it is. I'm going to grow this Aruba Cubanelle. I like having a Cubanelle type blocky pepper for stuffing. And I'm going to grow sweet banana peppers. Those are Ava's favorite pepper. And then I'm also going to do these Pippin's Golden Honey. This is a small pepper, and I'm going to do these ones, and I'm going to can them whole. What I found is when I can peppers, I like to have peppers that I can put out on a tray. So if I pull peppers out of the pantry, I'm usually making some kind of charcuterie tray, or I'm putting something out if we're having people over, or we're dipping them in something. And I like having the little ones kind of whole, so you can just kind of bite them off, and that's what these are for. I mean, we'll eat them fresh too, but. And then I'm gonna do a couple of these Rubia. This is a Polish heirloom, and I like having something Polish in there. I have not had great luck with their germination last year, but I'm gonna try a couple this year, and they should be good for fresh eating. They're kind of blocky, look like a long bell pepper. So that is all the varieties for this year. Now we gotta get them into some soil. My baby garden dog. Yes, Bella, I'm talking about you. The heater's right here. She likes being next to the heater. Oh, and look at over here. We got a sleeping garden kitty. Jack Frost. He's not even going to pay attention to me. He's like, whatever. All right. So, should I be worried? Where's the other one? Oh, she right there. Hi, Bailey. Nope, she don't care either. Okay. In the past, I have always started peppers in 2-inch cells, but I'm going to go ahead and use these 6-packs this year for some smaller ones to save space, because I'm going to have a lot of trays of peppers, and they always have to get up potted anyway. So we're going to stick these in here and try and get organized. So once upon a time, there used to be music here. However, every time I pick a new music, it comes back as a copyright infringement. So now you just get me talking. This is a lot of peppers. Okay, here we go again. Me talking so I do not ruin somebody's copyright. Look at those seeds. They're so pretty. On a related note, if anyone knows where I can find good uncopyrighted music for my videos, leave me a comment below and let me know, because my son's laughing at me currently, and I don't like it when he laughs at me. Okay, I made a mistake. One so far, probably lots. But I planned to do red bell peppers, but I opened up the packet and there were no seeds in it. So in theory, I should have bought some more red bell seeds. In actuality, I just flipped them out, and I did this pepper right here, which you can't see the name of. It's called Nocturne. This is a Polish heirloom as well. It's more of a snacking size pepper. It's really deep purple on the outside, and then it turns into that red color. Now, it's a really pretty pepper, but you can see right on there, it's low germination. They overpacked it. It doesn't germinate well. So I put a bunch of seeds in there, and we'll see what we get with those. 2 other things I'm going to grow right now, starting at the same time as peppers, that I didn't mention earlier. The first one is eggplant. I start my eggplant the same time I start my peppers. I am not super successful with eggplant, but I keep trying. I've gotten a couple. This one's called Rosa Bianca, and I got this from Mary's Heirloom Seeds. And the other thing I'm starting at the same time is this cute little pumpkin on a stick. that a subscriber told me I needed to get. This is one of my top 10 seeds I'm trying this year. And this is a baby eggplant. Isn't it cute? I'm going to try and grow these and use them in stir fries and things. So both those eggplants, I'm going to go ahead and start just another extra six pack off to the side. I don't know where I'm going to put them all right now. Time to get busy making some lights work. What you think, Jack? Do you approve? Now listen, I left the chair for you. You nap on the chair, not on the pepper trays. I've had the cats try and nap on these before because it's nice and warm with the lights underneath them. So I got this big light on, and for now I got these peppers here. Those are the eggplants in the little container there. Now I do have room to put more lights down here, but I'll have to get a bigger power block because I'm going to be out of places to plug things in. Gardening problems, huh? What do you think, Jack? You think Dad will buy me some more plugs? And then I do have one light over here still. I could put some more tables underneath here and keep going. Bella, do you have an opinion? No? So what do we got left? We have got tomatoes. Obviously, that's the big one. Tomatoes, I will not start until the first week of March. Otherwise, they get too big. And actually, even if I start them the first week of March, they usually get too big too. I could probably wait longer, but it's going to be an early spring, friends. So I'm going to start in the first week of March. So not next week, but the week after. So next week, I think I'll go through all my seeds. I'll look and see what might be missing. Did I miss something? I've got some annual flowers I want to start, some gomphrena. So those kind of things, it'll be a kind of a hodgepodge of things. I'm gonna wash my hands. A hodgepodge of things next week for week 6. So week 5 was all our peppers and our eggplants. Week 6 will be a miscellaneous. So who knows what we'll find. And week 7 will be the first week of March, and that's going to be tomatoes. Things are getting real. If you have not started the seed yet and you still want to, it's not too late. Pretty much I can't think of anything that you're too late to start, except for maybe onions from seed. But you can buy sets of onions at your local greenhouse. So everything's still good. Nobody panic. And yeah. All right. I'll check in with you guys in a couple days. It's supposed to be very nice out here the next coming week. I might get some outdoor projects started. Who knows? I guess we'll see how much of the snow melts. I need the snow to melt. Even if it's nice outside, if everything's covered in snow, I still can't do much. But okay. I'm rambling. Have a good day, and I will see you soon.